me and we're going to show off this beautiful kirk. A really important sign here that we talk about a little bit later on. It says, "Here was signed the National Covenant, 1638. So remember that as we go. Everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the third and final of our Three Wee Ceilidhs way.
Ceilidh, Crew and Co.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Corinne.
This week our wee Ceilidh is taking place in one of Aldrichie's best known kirks.
Greyfriars Kirk.
Greyfriars Kirk, Corinne. And a beautiful kirk it is and all.
And every year they hold pet services here in honour of Greyfriars Bobby.
Do they?
Aye. I've been with my ducks, Tara and Toby. Oh, it's beautiful. Really mega. And they get to make new puppy pals as well.
Have you really been to a pet service here, Corinne?
I have.
What kind of pets were there?
Oh, mainly dogs, a couple of cats. Someone even brought a tortoise along.
A tortoise?
Aye, well, she was carrying a box.
Sure, Corinne. Now, as we've said, a traditional ceilidh is a lot more than a dance, eh, Corinne?
Aye, mind you tell me that the word ceilidh actually means visit.
Exactly. People would go visit in each other's houses and take a turn telling stories and poems and singing songs.
There's many a ghost visits the graveyard outside this kirk. And we've got many a story to tell about them. Eh, Alyssa?
But before we do that, Corinne, how's about we do the Ceilidh song from last time? And if you mind the Canadian barn dance, then get on up and dance along.
That's a braw idea.
Mind and dinny bump into your furniture.
Which one is it again?
Charlie is my darling.
Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie is my darling. The young chevalier. 'Twas on a Monday morning, right early in the year, that Charlie came to introduce the young chevalier. Oh, Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie is my darling. The young chevalier. Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling. Charlie is my darling. The young chevalier.
Now, as I was saying, Greyfriars Kirk was named after our famous wee Doug.
You can't go telling them fibs like that, Corinne.
I'm no fibbing, Alyssa.
You ken very well Greyfriars Kirk wasn't named after the dog.
Then why's it cried Greyfriars Kirk?
It was named after Franciscan monks called the Greyfriars.
And why were they cried Greyfriars when you're at home?
Because they wore grey habits. They came all the way from the Netherlands, and originally this was where their priory was.
Ah, and wasn't the graveyard also used as a plague pit way back when?
Aye, but that was well later.
And that's why it's even more ultra-mega haunted and ultra-mega scary than the vaults and the caves and the underground city we were at last time.
Oh, really?
Aye, the Mackenzie poltergeist attacks folk in this graveyard.
Do you ken who he is?
Aye, a very, very ultra mega scary ghost.
Oh, a warrior.
That's true. What did he do then?
George Mackenzie was a high hedron who was responsible for the deaths of hundreds of rebellious Covenanters.
What's a Covenanter when you're at home?
Folk who fought to follow their own Protestant faith.
And that's when all the trouble started.
And it didn't finish back then.
Did you hear about the two school laddies who broke into Mackenzie's tomb and fell into an ancient plague pit wrecked under his coffin?
That rings a bell.
Aye, well, the police caught them playing footy with a human skull they'd found in there.
Oh, aye, and they heard the policeman cry, "Get out of here, or I'll kick his rick to yesteryear."
That wasn't the police, Alyssa. They didn't speak in rhyming couplets. That was the Mackenzie poltergeist wailing at them.
You read too many ghost stories.
Oh, no, it's true. Another time. Oh, here, I'm going to get my wee ghostly stuff going. Here we go. It was a cold winter's night. The night of a full moon. A pair old, aimless, freezing man broke into Mackenzie's tomb for a dry place to sleep. Well, he woke up, the Mackenzie poltergeist, and he chased him right away. It said he went to Lally, and he ran all the way to Glasgow, screaming his head off. Now, since that time, many a folk have been pushed, shoved, kicked, pinched, and even bitten by the Mackenzie poltergeist. Oh my goodness! What? Where did you get that from, Alyssa?
£10 off of Amazon.
What have I tell you about wasting your money on Amazon Prime? I'm too old for this, Alyssa. I know I don't look it, but really, my heart's beating like palpitations. Like I need the doctor. I need a nurse.
You'll be all right. Now, come off it, Corin. The truth is, nobody tended his tomb because he was such an evil man, so it fell to rack and ruin. And that's how the laddies and the old guy got in the first place.
Here, I've written a wee detect about the Mackenzie poltergeist, Alyssa.
Oh, have you, Corin? And
Aye.
what's your detect called?
Well, my wee detects cried the Mackenzie poltergeist.
Big stuff, yeah. Makes sense.
Bloody Mackenzie was nae nice, so now he is a poltergeist. When the moon is full, you must keep away, for Mackenzie's ghost will hae his way. A murderous, evil man was he, condemned good folk to death, you see. Hundreds of freezing Covenanters died of the cold in the depths of winter. Her bloody Mackenzie was nae nice, so now he is a poltergeist. When the moon is full, you must keep away, for Mackenzie's poltergeist will have his way. He fed them a slice of bread a day, and telt them all to their God they mun pray. They died of starvation, they died of the cold, in a field outside Greyfriars Kirk they were old. Bloody Mackenzie was nae nice, so now he is a poltergeist. When the moon is full, you must keep away, for Mackenzie's ghost will hae away. Boo! Oh, for goodness sake. It's aye the lairds that caused the stramash.
Oh, a well-known Bailey is buried here.
I'm sure there are loads of rich folk buried in this graveyard, eh?
Of course there are, but this particular Bailey is one we talked about in our very first Ceilidh at Riddle's Court.
I ken what you mean. Bailey John McMorrin.
The man who built Riddle's Court and was shot by a rioting schoolboy.
Aye, and you can hear their distant chants at the end of every school term.
Here she goes
on the
again.
stroke of midnight. Rollick back says come what may, we're biding here, what are you say? It is easy much to seek, or we'll put a bullet through your cheek.
And all the laddies got away with it.
Aye, money talks, so it does.
It certainly does.
Talking of which, Alyssa, would you lend me a tenner? I'm really broke.
You still owe me a fiver.
Oh, for goodness, I'll pay you back, honest, please, Alyssa. Go on.
I think we were talking about the body snatchers in our last week, Ceilidh.
Aye, William Burke and William Hare.
Exactly. Well, because so many bodies were getting nicked, rich folk paid for their loved ones' graves to be protected by renting mort safes.
Oh, and what's a mort safe when you're at home?
It's an iron cage built around the coffin to prevent anyone stealing the body.
And they were rented?
Aye, they were removed after a few months when the bodies would be of no use to anyone.
Oh my goodness, there's still a few in the graveyard actually, isn't there?
Yeah, put paid to grave robbing, that's for sure.
Oh, Alyssa, is it time for my favourite story?
Go on then, Corin.
Now Stephen's going to take us to our wee storytelling corner.
She's been dying to tell you this story. I think you might recognise it.
I love this wee corner, so I do. Now, it's all about a bonny wee dug that haunts the graveyard.
Are you talking about Greyfriars Bobby, Corin?
Oh, you ken Melissa.
Now, indirect. Many people have seen him lying by his master's grave over the years.
Aye, but nobody's feared of his ghost, though. 'Cause folk have even seen him wagging his tail when they come to say hello.
Bobby was a bonny wee Skye Terrier who belonged to a man called John Grey, who worked for the police.
Aye, well, he was a watchman, and every night, him and Bobby would walk the streets of Old Reekie, looking out for all the baddies.
John Grey sadly died of tuberculosis when Bobby was only 3 or 4.
And poor wee Bobby missed him so much that every day, come rain or snow, he would sit and guard his master's grave.
He was well loved by all the wains, who took turns to give him a bed for the night. But every morning he would return to Greyfriars to keep his master company.
How did he no go hungry, Alyssa?
Well, the local butcher fed him scraps of meat, and his young friends made sure he aye had a bowl of clean water beside him.
Tourists come from all over the world to see his statue just round the corner for here.
If you look really closely, you'll see his nose has been worn away from all the patting he gets.
And if you stand by his grave at tea time,
that's 6 o'clock in Old Reekie,
you can hear the distant voices of the children calling to Bobby.
Bobby, Bobby, can't you see? It's cold and dark, come bide with me. There's food and warmth to ease your dreams. You'll return to the flicker of the first sunbeam. Bobby, Bobby, can't you see? It's cold and dark, come bide with me. There's food and warmth to ease your dreams. You'll return to the flicker of the first sunbeam.
be, and rest in peace.
There's a braw Rabbie Burns song about saying goodbye to a loved one.
Oh, that's right. A fond kiss.
A fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee. Warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee. Who shall say that fortune grieves him, while the star of hope she leaves him? Me nae cheerful twinkle lights me, dark despair around benights me. I'll ne'er blame my partial fancy, nothing can resist my Nancy, for to see her was to love her, love but her, and love forever. Had we never loved so kindly, had we never loved so blindly, never met nor never parted, we had ne'er been broken-hearted. Fare thee weel, my first and fairest, fare thee weel, my best and dearest. Thine be ilka joy and treasure, peace, enjoyment, love, and pleasure. A fond kiss, and then we sever. A farewell, alas, forever. Deep in heart-wrung tears I'll pledge thee. Warring sighs and groans I'll wage thee.
Oh, there's nothing like a bitty Burns.
That's true. No. Oh, here's the
Or even a Burns summary of the song.
Talking of poets, isn't the world's worst poet buried here?
Who are you talking about?
McGonagall.
Oh, Professor McGonagall. Oh, nobody tell me she kicks the bucket.
Harry Potter isn't real, Corin. How many times do I have to tell you?
Are you telling me she isn't indeed?
Of course not.
Oh, that's a relief. I'm going to watch her in Philosopher's Stone later.
J.K. Rowling got some of her characters' names from the gravestones.
Really? Which ones?
Professor McGonagall, Tom Riddle...
Lord Voldemort! Shh! He who shall not be named.
Whatever. Anyway, William McGonagall is the world's worst poet.
I love his poetry so I do.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Oh, do you ken that folk run away from his ghost because he's so boring?
Well, I hadn't heard that ghost story, Alyssa.
Aye, Corin. Even the Mackenzie poltergeist gives him a wide berth.
Well, I don't think he's boring. I've even written music to one of his poems.
I question your taste sometimes, Corin. I really do.
It's his most famous poem, so it is.
Which one is it?
The one about Old Reekie.
Oh, beautiful Edinburgh.
You didn't have to say it like that, Alyssa.
All right. Take his masterpiece away, Corin.
Beautiful city of Edinburgh,
Most wonderful to be seen,
with your ancient
palace of
Holyrood
and Queen's Park Green,
and your big, magnificent,
elegant new college,
where people from
all nations
can be taught knowledge. Princess
street gardens is
fascinating to be seen,
with its beautiful big trees and shrubberies green, and its magnificent
water fountain in the valley below
helps to drive away from the tourist all care and woe. Of all the cities
in the world,
Edinburgh for me, for no matter
where I
look, some lovely spot I see, and for picturesque
scenery
unrivaled you do stand. Therefore I pronounce you to be the
pride of fair Scotland. McGonagall honestly thought he was a great poet.
It wasn't that bad. At least his stuff rhymes.
Do you ken what, Corin? I'll gie Willie a chance. Now who's a bit a wee Ceilidh dance?
Alright, Alyssa, which one shall we do? Just give us a sang and I'll take it away.
I'm thinking a waltz would be nice.
Alright. Which one?
How's about the St. Bernard's waltz?
Oh, the St.
And you can come over and help me.
Alright.
So-
Here we go.
If you have a partner, you're going to turn and face them and hold their hands like so. And you can look at them lovingly in their eyes. Lovely. Now, I'm going to take slide to my right and Corin will slide to her left. For 3, we slide. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go up, down on our toes. Lovely. Then we slide back for 2. Go 1, 2. Now, I step back on my right. Corin will step forward on her left for 2. Ready? We go 1, 2. Then we do the same back. 1, 2. Now turn your partner about and waltz in a circle for 4. We go 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Then we're going to try it again. Are we ready? We're going to go slide 1, 2, 3, up, down. Go back for 2. Step 1 and 2. Step another 2 and turn around and waltz. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Oh, that was lovely. Thank you, Corin. Now, usually at a Ceilidh, we would stand in a big circle with our partners and move in a clockwise direction. But don't fear if you don't have a partner just now, because we're going to give ourselves a wee cuddle and have a little sway. So follow me as we go. And Corin, can we get some music, please?
Which one is it? Which one?
Oh, ye banks and braes.
Alright, okay.
Ready? We go. Slide. 2, 3. Up, down. Go back. For 2. Walk back. For 2. Walk forward for 2. And turn around and waltz. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. And again. 1, 2, 3. Up, down. Go back for 2. Walk back for 2. Walk forward for 2. Turn around and waltz. 1, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3. Didn't you sing it now?
Aye!
We banks and braes.
How can ye chant, ye little birds, and I say weary, full o' care?
You're such a braw singer and you're a lovely dancer too.
You're no so bad yourself. Now, I'm afraid that's all we've got time for, but thank you so much for joining us on our wee Ceilidh journey around Old Reekie.
Oh, we've loved telling you all our wee stories and singing our songs, and I've even enjoyed learning Alyssa's dances.
We will be back this Fringe
Yes.
with our new show, A Wee Jamboree.
Aye, come and check us out and say hello afterwards.
Well, a Ceilidh wouldn't be a Ceilidh without Auld Lang Syne. So please join us in our final farewell.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot for Auld Lang Syne? For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne. And here's a hand, my trusty feet, and gives a hand o' mine. We'll take a right good willy walk for Auld Lang Syne. For Auld Lang Syne, my dear, for Auld Lang Syne. We'll take a cup o' kindness yet for Auld Lang Syne.
Now we have to say a huge thank you to Tasgadh for supporting us and making this happen.
And a big thanks to our friends at Riddles Court, the Caves, and here in Greyfriars Kirk for hosting all our wee Ceilidhs.
Now, our website is up and running. And
Yay, thank you, Owen McLacey.
I will keep you up to date with all of our future gigs. So we hope to see you all soon.
Aye.
And we hope you have a braw summer when it comes. And we also hope that you continue to have your own wee Ceilidhs at home.
Keep singing and dancing.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old